if you got robbed, you want to come. Coach, get your stuff back. It's amazing. And I'm you know what, I'm happy I went down to St. Hamilton because I went to class. The hallways were scary. Yo, we got robbed. Yo, y'all guys remember Mr. Rothenberg class got robbed?
Oh, yeah, that was my guy. Rothenberg.
Yo, a classroom got robbed. The hand was no joke. There were certain bathrooms you didn't go to, right?
That was all shop class.
But you know what, though?
That basement Yo, B, stop telling them.
Yo, and I would tell Mike the story. Yo, I was afraid of drink. I'm the only one that was scared.
Let's see if you
But yo, I was a junior and someone was gonna rob me, and Dre stood there and looked at these cats and they kept them moving. So forever I was always afraid of Andre Irving. I ripped my 8th hand to the day I died. They closed our school, but they didn't take it away from us. And then, and don't boy, they playing this. So I'm gonna turn it over to them. You guys got the program. I just want to introduce myself. It's my restaurant. Hey people, anytime you have my number, whatever you want to do, I got you, okay? Appreciate you. By the way, Coach Haskins is my mentor. Since I worked in the Board of Ed, Coach Haskins has raised me, has taken care of me, and yo, I didn't play on the team, but yo, I get all the privilege of playing on the team. So we got coming up. Here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Hey,
Hey,
yeah. When I was a young cat growing up, yo, what happened? The mic went on.
Go to your mouth.
When I was a young cat growing up in Albany Projects, I used to come over to St. John's and sit on the sideline with basketball, and that was my seat. And I was watching cats like Cosell, Beetle, Nate Sims, Lionel King, and I was always like, I want to play for Hamilton. So I did a sneaky thing. I went to Dev Morton and I said, yo, listen, can you please ask him, could I try out for the team? So he said, yes. I came in, I thought everything was good until I walked in, and then Ice walked in, I looked up. Scurry walked in, I looked up. Then Beetle walked in. And then Andre Irvin walked past and said, get the No, it was a joke, we had a good time, but one of the greatest things I ever learned was that was one of the most dynamic teams. I was a freshman on the championship team, and Coach showed us about discipline. He showed us about respect of each other, having each other's back. Like times when we had basketball games, they go like this. Coach say, everybody get your stuff. And we had to get up and walk out, because he said get your stuff. But the only thing was the middle. Anybody remember the middle? Hold up. It held us accountable for each other. You see what I'm saying? And the coach.
What's the middle? What's that? Camera got to turn off.
You don't want to know what it is. Nah, you don't. But I respected him so much because I would watch him throughout the community with baseball. I would watch him with baseball teams. There were these two big dudes. They used to knock it out the park all the way on the other side. You know what I'm saying? And
Brooklyn, USA.
Oh yeah, Brooklyn, USA. Yeah. So like I said, Coach always told me that in order to do something in life, just make sure you do it to your best ability. And I always respected him for that. Because one game I had that I thought didn't do good in it. And he told me, he said, did you play your hardest? I said, but coach, I messed up. He said, all I want to know is, did you play your hardest? I said, yes. He said, that's all that matters. And you know, that was a 15-year burden because I had felt bad because he was so good to me and we didn't pull it out when we should have. You know, but he made me feel better at the end of the day. Like I talk about him all the time, about the resiliency to bounce back, the understanding of friendship, the understanding of teamwork, the understanding of just being a community leader, but silent. Because he would say some stuff to you and you ain't hear him say nothing. He's just looking at you and you be like this, yo, all right, we ain't talking. We don't mess up. It's about time. And I'll give you one story and then I'm gonna let everybody else talk. He came up to me at the end of the season, my freshman year, and he said to me, he said, I was in the lunchroom, he said, Dorian, listen, come here. I said, what, coach? He said, listen, the big three, that's what we call the big three. Dre, Beetle, Ice. They want you to go to the middle. I was like, this, I was like, yo, coach, I ain't doing that. No, he said, yo, they want you. But I was putting the smack down on everybody that went through the mill, so they were waiting on me. Right? And I was so mad. So I asked Ice one day, I said, what do you remember about me? He said, the day you stood there and you had tears coming down your eyes when you had to go through the mill. And I was like, I said, I wasn't mad because I was going to get beat. I was mad because I had to do it. If I wanted to play next year or the year after that and after that, you got to do what you got to do. So I found a sneaky way to get past half of them, except him. You know what I'm saying? So, but with that being said, like I said, he always showed me the ability to he would wave, he would talk to me, he would, you know, he gave me a fatherly advice thing. Because a lot of people, well, for me, he was like a second father. My dad lived in Chicago. And so I could tell when I got in trouble with him because he'd look at me like this, yo, come here. And I'd be like, all right, coach. But I want to tell you one thing, coach, I love you. There you go.
But anyway, I sat down and observed all of you guys coming in, and I saw the camaraderie and the hugs and so forth, and I said, this reminds me of my high school reunions from back in the day. And then I thought about it. I said, you know, if Ray didn't decide to come back to this community when he left college in North Carolina, wow, where would we all be? I mean, it is one thing to touch one person and support them and help them along in life, but multiply that by 1 million. Maybe even more. You cannot say what Ray's value has been to this community and to all of y'all, and I know all of y'all feel the same. If he had not come back, we have not been blessed to have been in his life, so forth and so on. So I just want to say to him, being a friend all these years and all the impact he's had on the community, always wish you good, Ray, and happy birthday.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need this kid, but
Yeah.
a lot of help from this brother here, this young man at the time, that I can tell you. I got to the school and I wanted to play, but I was turning 18 and I had a 3-year-old kid. And coach said, well, if you can't play because of your age, he said, well, you be the manager. And we ain't had a manager before, but he said, we're going to have one different. And they used to call me Ayatollah in the beginning. I don't know if y'all remember. But one of the first big days, Big Solly Mack used to say that. But one of the first things that happened is one of our first trips. I don't know if it was the Dunbar trip or the trip to play on TV. But I didn't even have a license. And we was in cars, vans, everything. Coach said, he knew I could drive, and he said, need you to drive one of the vehicles. So I had one of the coaches and 3 of the other players. Can't remember the players that was in. But that was a big responsibility for me as a kid driving us as a team. And coach had enough to put into me, and coming from, you know, a household with a bunch of sisters, that somebody give you that kind of responsibility at that time was big. Not only that, I said, Coach, I think I want to be president of student government. I said, go ahead and do it. And I did it. He also helped get my mother a job after we won the championship. Am I right, Coach? My mother became an English teacher at the school because we talked to us, there was a strike going on, and the whole bit, and my mother lost her job, and I said, Coach, talk to President Weissman, my mother needed a job. And for my last year at the school, my mother worked as we won the championship. So thanks to my brother, I love you forever. Thank you.
Hey, I didn't pay for Hamilton. I'm gonna give you some things about me, my man, Coach Ray. Alright. I met him when I was about maybe 12 years old, 13 years old at St. John. He took me to meet his moms. We had dinner at the house and everything. We became more than just great friends. We became like brothers. And not so. My life, he's a big part of my life, of the things that I do now. He got me the job at St. John's Rec. That I worked there for 42 years. He also kept me in school. You know, their education is very important to them. And he taught me how to drive a car. I was messing with this girl from Fall Rockaway. So she was in the center when we had the basketball games, so she had to go home. I said, man, she didn't Fall Rockaway. We said, don't worry about it. We're gonna drive. And the kid was gonna drop the ball. So we did that. Now on the way back to Fall Rockaway, he says, yo, you gotta get your damn license. He said, I got 2 cars. Get your license, and you can drive one of the cars. So I would've got my damn license. As soon as I got my damn license, I said, wait, hold the car. Oh no, you can't hold my car. He said, go get your own damn car. So I would've got my own damn car. So then, when he was coaching at Hamilton, some of y'all might remember this. The first, couple of years, they was losing. They didn't win nothing. Then he said, Coach Boy, I need you. Need me for what? I need you on the bench with me to help me coach these. So he says, when I'm coaching, when they come out of the game, I ain't got time to talk to them. I'm gonna tell them to see you. And one of them guys was Scurry. Scurry stayed in foul trouble. We up 15, 20 points. He's in foul trouble. How you get in foul trouble if I get 15 points? And I say, Scurry, watch the game while you're playing the game. We up 15, 20 points. You ain't got to block every goddamn thing. Take a damn charge. Take charges. But now, So then Scurry started taking charges. But not, he really realized, I ain't got to block everything. They might miss any damn way. So that was, Scurry. That was the thing that me and Scurry did. And then that championship game that they played at St. John University, they won the city championship. Scurry didn't block nobody's shot. He took charges. He took charges in that game. That was big. And then I was on the bench, and he ran down the court. He acknowledged me. He pointed to me because he know I put that seed in his head. But now, so like I said, I didn't play, but I was a big part of Hamilton. A lot of the guys, And then when we got the job there too, a lot of my kids I sent there. Beetle, but I sent over there, Jerry Ice Riddles, but a lot of the kids that played for me, they was like 11, 12 years old in St. John. All right, that's too much. We talked too much. Thank you guys.
True story. I was a 6'8", 6'7" mechanic. I lived in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. I went to Automotive High School. And nobody wanted me. Frank Baker didn't want nobody wanted me. Coach gave me a chance. And that right there, I was like a piece of stone, and he smoothed me out. And after that, Charles I took, I became an LIU grade. Drafted Utah Jazz, New York Knicks, Jackson, Houston Rockets, and the European, South American career. Because of coach. Nobody wanted me. You know what I'm saying? I was a piece of work. Everybody was patient. You know, and again, like I said, I was a mechanic. I wanted to work high school. In 1 year, he did all that. Thank you, Coach Bob. In 1 year.
As I was saying, I'm coming from a different perspective. I'm the man with the white and black stripes. I'm the man, or one of the people that y'all love to hate. Ray Haskins, I'm from Lafayette Gardens. I'm one of the guys that Ray said, I just thought you was one of them hoolers out there in Lafayette Gardens. And he challenged me to become a referee. Not to mention that when I did become a referee, I took the class and whatnot. Who was my teacher? Ray Haskins. And he taught me a lot about, and that was 34 years ago, 1989. I'm still doing it. And he's still mentoring me. So it's an ongoing thing with Ray. He just don't leave you out there in the cold. If he got some kind of jewels to drop on you, he drops them on you. Even now, as I'm out there refereeing, I went to as far as Division II college, men's. But even now, when I'm doing high school games, he'll come back, check out my games, not knowing that he's going to be there. And he'll say, good game or whatever. That goes a long way. I remember one time we was doing a Kangaroo Classic, and I'm not going to mention no names, but we was doing 3-person, and one of us forgot our black socks. Because when you wear long pants, you got to wear black socks. So being that one of us, not mention no name, I know. I'm going to tell you who it wasn't. It wasn't me.
Okay.
No, I don't do that. But what happened was, we all went out there in white socks. And Ray caught on to that, and he came in there and said, what happened? And as I'm telling y'all, one of us forgot our white socks. So we all went out there to be unified. So one person don't stand out there to be wrong. We went out there unified, so nobody knew the difference. They just figured we was out there. And he taught us that by just, like somebody said earlier to us, to be looking out for one another. So nobody's left behind. And that's what he taught, and he instilled in all of us, even as an official up to this day. And I thank you, Ray.
Yeah.
Greene from Brooklyn, we got that. So good. I'll tell you what. I worked with Ray Haskins. And everybody wanted to know how you get that job in LIU. You ain't from Brooklyn? You ain't gonna meet a more Brooklyn guy than that guy. Nobody's more loyal to Brooklyn than him. So, they got this job at LIU, and I'm running around chasing this guy with resumes in my hand. Yo, I want this job. He thought I was crazy. Him and Sal McMillan looking at me like, what is this dude? But everywhere he go, I'm there. So, one day, this is how I got the job, y'all. So don't be mad. It was freezing cold. It was freezing. If you ever go to Riverbank State Park, you gotta take that long walk to the gym.
That's right.
Who I run into? My man. I told Mr. Haskins, my man, if you hire me, you can be home playing with your grandkids and the remote. I'm gonna take it all. So the next time I see Ray Haskins, he goes, my man, I'm trying to hire you. About you, yo, I'm trying to get you that job. But him and Sal would be everywhere, man, and I miss Sal. But I'll tell you what, Ray Haskins had told me stories on everybody in here. I might as well be from Brooklyn because I know this. And anywhere they doing something for Ray Haskins, people know I'm coming through the door. That's my man, I love you to death. He gave me my first Division I job. I done worked 10 Division I jobs since then. And nobody else will hire me.
I'm boys out, man. Only greatest accomplishment I had was I became my little brother guardian. And when I called Ray,
Who's your little brother?
Joe Greene. When I
Yeah.
called Ray and asked Ray to take my brother, he said, send him over. And And that was the story.
Wow.
I love you for that, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much.
Everybody know me as Poor Head. And of course, I am not Alexander Haskins.
Don't say it.
we from Lincoln. And on a serious note, for those of you who don't know, I have like the #1 basketball show, and Coach is the godfather of the show. Right? No matter how many episodes and every chance I get this man the respect due because he is the man that I go to for this New York City history. And all the people that I don't know and all of you guys here that I never saw play who came before me is because of Coach. And he keeps me grounded. And another thing, this year, he showed me how he really supported me by, he became the director of the PSCL, and he invited me up for the playoff series, which has never been done before. Like no press, no one has ever been up to the PSCL to have a say so. Coach trusted me, and even when he caught backlash, and even when he caught a lot of hate, he stood by me. He said, I have no reason not to invite you up there, and I'm gonna stand by you, and whatever it is, I don't care who man, you my guy. So even, I always say I love you, Coach. Thank you for always supporting me since I was a kid, and still as an adult, you still support me.
I'm gonna say the first time I came to Brooklyn, USA to practice. Coach saw me play at LIU when we were in Hunter. He told Deb, tell her to come to Brooklyn, USA. Of course, I got lost. Finding my way there. Walk up to the gym, and he looks at me like he's known me all my life. Hey, Bird, how you doing? Go downstairs and get dressed. So I already knew I was home. But I'm going to tell a different story. Everybody knows he's got a heart of gold. Let's tell a story about when he's coaching. We're playing, I know we're going to play a team that we were going to win by at least 20. So I went, I'm going to go out. I went to the club. And who was in the club? Frank Irvin. I come to the game, and we're in the huddle, we're getting ready to go on the court, and Coach says, so Bird, you went to the club last night, huh? And just the way he said it, I went, he's going to make me play this entire game. So we go out, I'm the captain, I can change the plays. I go out there, I change the plays. I'll tell you right now. I'm running the score up, and once I run it up, y'all better not lose this lead. So I ran the score up, we're up by 20. I never crossed half court again. I stayed down on defense. Ray Haskins looks at me, he says, you think you're smart, huh? Y'all know not to argue with Coach. I looked at him, I didn't say a word. I walked the other way and sat down, and in my mind I said, I know I'm smart. But this man right here, if you had half a game, you had a full game, a whole game. If you listen to him, you did your best. You were half stepping, he's gonna show you the door. Raymond Haskins, I know that you have created many, many basketball players. You have played to their best. I know I'm one of them. And I thank you. Of course, he forced me to go down to 65 Court Street. Everybody. I know. And that's why I'm a retired teacher today. Thank you, Ray.
I'm from Queens, not from Brooklyn, but I was raised and born in Queens. Coach gave me inaugural membership at one of the events, and he says, well, because you were born in Queens, I'll let you hang out with me a little bit. But one of my biggest regrets in life was Coach offered me an opportunity to come work with him at St. John's. And at LIU. And at the time I was going through being a young dad, taking care of family, and I needed to get a full-time job, and it was a part-time opportunity. And I was not able to take it. But Coach always still showed me big respect, big love, and to this day, he's like a big brother. And one of the things that always stood out in my mind, and I was a young guy, young coach, is watching his teams walk in the gym with ties on and jackets on, and how you conducted yourself. And that was all through him. You know, am I wrong? Did you have to wear ties?
Yeah. We're the first ones to do it.
In order to play, you knew you had to do that. But you don't understand the impression that they made upon me. And today, and we look, it's lacking. What's hurting our players today and our young athletes today is that discipline, that direction. There's a lot of guys that out there that coach kids, but very few of them mentor kids to be men. And hats off to you, Coach. Lots of love. I wish I had taken that job. I probably got Greene right now. But thank you for stepping in that family. All right, love you.
Okay. So my story is pretty different. So when I had gotten out of high school and realized that there was no girls team, Coach decided to make a Brooklyn USA girls team. And I said, I'm not going to college. And Coach said, well, where are you going to live? I'm from the Albany Project, first building right in front of St. John's. So I'm looking at him like, I don't have to go to college. I'm going to get a 9 to 5. So he said, you're going to college. I said, no, I'm not. Not my father. You can't make me go to college. Just want to let you know, not only did I go to college, I got 3 different masters degrees. So, but I want to tell a Hamilton story. Although I didn't go to Hamilton, I did my student teaching there. And I would come into the St. John's and watch all of you guys practice. So then I noticed you're all in the mill. Everybody don't know the mill, I know the mill. And I said to him, you're going to get in trouble. You can't let them guys go in the mill like that. He said to me, shut up, mind your business. So I said, can't tell me to shut up. You can't do that to them kids. So what did he do?
He put you through the mill.
Yes, he did. You knew that they had to listen. Remember when Hazel came to our practice and he told Hazel Hosley she had to be tough. So she said, grab Bird and bite her. He said, oh, you're not going to do it? He turns to Kim and said, Kim, bite her. Kim grabbed my arm and went to bite me. So you guys stood there in a mill position, and I said, I'm not going to the mill. I wish Andre Irvin said, I want to punch him in his face. Andre Irvin came and hit me. And then he said, nobody else going to hit you, y'all going to the mill. Next thing you know, y'all surrounded me and started hitting me. Oh, they hit me. So that's what I remembered about the mill, that you guys hit me in the mill. So if you don't know what the mill is, now you know what a mill is. You know, nobody's telling you what a mill is, but that's what a mill is. When guys have to go through your legs and you have to make it safely to the other side with your shirt off. Yeah, that's how you went through the mill.
After practice and you sweat.
Yeah, so I know where you got that from, but I just want to say that. After that, when I went on I became a high school phys ed teacher because of him. I became a high school coach because of him. So all those things happened, and no matter, every time I was ready to fail, he would always say, there is no failure. You can't fail. Like, there's no room for failure. You have to keep going no matter what. You know, so when he got Brenda, he got myself, actually, it was 20 of us.
and I believe almost all of us, some of them left already. I would say out of the 20, at least 15 of us have our college degrees, and we went on to become professionals in law enforcement, in education, in medicine. So we are, as far as the women's side of his Brooklyn and of basketball, we are all successful because of Ray Haskins. And anytime we went somewhere and we would ask for a job or something, if you mention his name, he will always know somebody that knows somebody.
That's right.
Right? Always know somebody. Oh, go and say something to such and such. Tell them that I sent you. And they would give you a job just based on his name. So that is something that's memorable and something that I have to get up there and say.
Yeah.
All right.
It's beautiful to be here with y'all this evening. My name is Sean Focher. I might have been the last of the Mohegans to actually jump on the bandwagon with the Running Rams. My journey, his name is Mr. Lewis. I was going to junior high school 324. Mr. Lewis was a recreational coach for St. John's Tennessee.
Right. No.
Mr. Lewis.
Leroy Lewis.
So there was tryouts for St. John's recreational team at Boys and Girls High School. Again, I was at 324 under the supervision of Mr. Mickens. That's when he had took over and became the president. So a lot of us he was trying to actually get out of. I went to the practice. I made the team. The team was successful. We made the playoffs. One night we had to play Farragon All-Stars at Prospect Heights High School. Coach Ray Haskins was coaching the game. Evidently, I had a pretty good, decent game for him to get into my ear, and I became a late member of the Running Rams out of Hamilton. Within the last 2 years, I've learned a lot from those before me. I stuck close to the Dorian, and
That's me.
God rest the dead, one of my favorite players was Marion, 88, Kevin.
Yep, 88.
I learned about the mill, I learned about discipline. Coach had his eye on me and wanted me to do right. He would check on me when I was in class. He wanted to make sure that I do the right thing. Because I had a lot of guys with a lot of characters that I had to follow behind. When I did make it to practice and I see all the big guys, I did see Ed. So when I seen Ed, it kind of made me feel, okay.
Why, are you sure?
Yes, it gave me courage to know that if he do it, I can do it. And I have to say, even right now today at my age of 57 and so many years back, what I gathered from Ray Haskins and the Running Rams, an experience of each character, the success and the non-success, is that we made sure that we always stayed together, we fought together, we won together, we lost together. And that made me strive for everything else that I had ahead of me in life. He even had me running tournaments in 44 Park when no one else was, with the support of Anthony, little did I know from afar. But God is good, and Ray Haskins has given me something to talk about, something to hold on to, because if I didn't go to Hamilton, I didn't know where I was going to go. But I would not take it back, nor the experience. Thank you for all supporting and still being here. Hey, Mike, you was the man, Mike,
First time I met Ray Haskins is, I think it was 1972.
Make a mistake.
Who, Ray Haskins?
I met with Lloyd. I met him from Lloyd. all the time. They had like the best team in the league, right? I played with Michael Jenkins, I think it was. And we played in the St. Joseph League, right? And we used to play against, they used to beat us all the time. They used to beat us the shit out of us, I ain't gonna lie. But I always should get off, you know what I'm saying? And one day he said, listen, I don't know who you is, but I need you playing with me. That's what he came to me and said. And ever since then, I started playing with him. That's when I met him. I think you was coaching Benny. Who is him? I was playing for Coach Lloyd. I think I was a junior, right? So he introduced me to Phil. He said, listen, this is a nice ball player. He's coming up, you know. And Phil asked me, when you go to high school, what high school you gonna pick? You know, I was like, hey, mouse, I said, shit, I'm going to boys high. That's it. And he looked at me, he said, he's like, did you really say that? You know what I'm saying? He said, did you really say that? But then all of a sudden he got the job at Hamilton. And so I was going to Hamilton. So me and Jerry Reynolds, we should go to the same junior high school. So I used to ask him, what school you gonna go to? I said, shit, Ray got the job, we going to Hamilton.
Dummy number one, go get dummy number two, did he ever tell you that? When he was so
Everybody can hear me, right? I'm gonna be easy. Okay, how many people in this room know me? Watch this. Nobody in this room knows me without him. Be clear to that. That's right. So I want to say something, and if I start crying, because I love you. Oh. Everybody in this room is here because of Ray Haskins. Coach. Coach. Follow me. I'm just paying homage. Yeah. Okay. The king's name is Ray Haskins. We know him as Coach, though, right? Yes. Okay. My story is really, but if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be standing here. Yes. Like really, like everything I am as a man, because I went to school as a child, right? Yes. The mill straightened all of us up. The bottom line is, you never see it as long as you obey the rules, right? Take the charge, play defense, box out, don't lose. So, the bottom line is this, right? This is the story that sticks in my mind, Coach. And we talked about it, Mike. So, it was Tyrone Bowles, he was a pro, Reggie Williams, David Wingate, George Martin, and I forgot the other dude. Billy Martin. They all them super. We lost by 3 points, and I don't remember the two dudes who used to be with me. The twins. What's the twins? Sterling twins. Only thing they said is y'all know y'all, excuse my profanity, ladies. You know y'all get fucked up when y'all get in the back. All I'm gonna say, Coach, again, the love that you have in this room, it humbles me. Like a lot of y'all don't know, like I'm not even supposed to be here right now. Like for more than one reason. And I'm here because of you, and I love you. Yeah. I love you. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Totally different level. Yeah. So we all here because of Coach Lloyd and Coach Ray, right? But did anyone ever ask yourself, where did he accumulate all this knowledge? Right? Nobody ever did. I was always puzzled by that because there's no way he could be that gifted for every aspect of his life. to be able to motivate us, instill us to be a family, look out for each other, go to school, during a time that is virtually impossible to talk to any kid. Because during the 80s, it was the streets. The coach is in our ear, but yeah, we hear you, coach, but we gotta go out here and do whatever we doing, right? Point blank period, even between classes. He doesn't work in the school, but we knew he was gonna roll up. See him? He's gonna roll up and know we not in class, right? And we knew if we got caught not being in class, practice was gonna be long. It was gonna be long, right? It was gonna be long. So this is a epitome what a black man looks like being a leader of a village.
Yes, sir.
Every aspect.
So nice.
Always been a gentleman, quite the jokester. Don't get him mad.
Give me 160.
Don't get him mad.
Yes,
Don't get him mad. You brought up dummies. We had 25 dummies. We had 25 dummies. Listen, when he call you a dummy, go get dummy number 4. Guess what? Dummy number 4 getting it. He getting it. There's no question about it. So we didn't know how to tie a tie.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Everybody had to find a way to get a tie
Yes, sir.
and a shirt. At a time where Malcolm's educated, but in all hindsight, reality of it is it was a presentation. As black men, our representation is our presentation. He did something special.
Yeah.
Right? So to see us all dressed in ties, right? That
No
was
other
respect.
team, no
That
other
was
team
respect
did.
already. Despite they knew once we came to your gym, you was gonna get black by 40 or 50. Easily. Easily. Now it wasn't about the suicides, because the latter part of the team, if you continue to have the score up, you was gonna get beat up. Because when we came out the game, we up 30-40, so we expected to win by 50. So I always told coach, I said, listen, if you would have ever stayed in high school, right, he would be Demantha. He would be all of these schools that they always praise as #1 forever, right? Because there's no one better.
No facts.
No one's better, right? And I always wanted to say, like, being the leader, inspirational, and guiding, and always emphasizing education, right? When we was coming up, when we get to college, it's going to be the best time. I'll be the first to tell you, I misconstrued what he meant. We got to school, it was a whole different aspect. It wasn't about, the thing now that I teach the kids is like, the best time and when you're in school is when you graduate. So that part is important when you graduate. When we get there, it's just like we just gonna party and everything. And to have this village and have all of us in here, right? Not only have the respect that we have for coach, but for each other and those around us, because of what you exposed to us, what you instilled in us as men, character, and all that. So I will speak for everybody. I will always tell you how much I love you, but I'm gonna tell you for the people in this room, we all love you.
Yes, sir.
One more thing, could you please tell this gentleman to stay out my class?
Also,
Stop.
biggest disappointment in my coaching
Yeah.
career.
No, listen.
I wanted him to go to West Point. Mike Krzyzewski wanted him at Army. Imagine if he came up here as a general. We all would have saluted him. He went to Texas A&M, he graduated, he had a good time and everything, but it meant more to me if he would have went to West Point.
I didn't know what I didn't know. No, seriously.
True.
But it's
None
like,
of us
bro,
did.
sometimes we speak, we gotta show them. Like, coach, this is over there. No, don't show me it's over here. Take me over there, let me touch it. Right? Me going to school in the 80s and you just gonna be giving me directives, that is not happening. You see? So you gotta tell me like, oh, you gonna give
Started
me
telling some other stories about how he was on the train.
Oh, stop!
With a guy because he looked at your girl.
No, tell the story about before we went to the game.
We met Ray in 1970. What you say about AD, my man? What you say? in 1970, and Ray was a part of our team with Gil Reynolds. And Gil Reynolds had everybody play against each other, no matter how old you were.
Bums.
Bums.
He didn't play for the hand.
Who you play for, rap?
He played for the hand.
And Ray played too with a bunch of older guys like myself and like Matt. I can't leave y'all. And Ray was also assistant coach with Gil, and Ray showed us a lot, and he taught us a lot. And I remember we was in the Poconos, the R&B, and I went into the bathroom, and I seen this guy at the urinal. I said, yo, where you from? He said, I'm from Brooklyn. I said, you play ball? He said, yeah. I said, what high school you went to? He said, I went to Alexander Hamilton. I said, you played on the team? He said, yeah. I said, you know Coach Ray Haskins? He said, yeah, you know Coach Ray Haskins? I said, Coach Ray Haskins is right out here. He went berserk. He was like, Coach Ray Haskins, he saved my life. Came out here, I introduced him to Ray, they shook hands, homeboy was crying. I said, yo, I did my job. I don't know, I don't remember his name. Ray know. Happy birthday, Ray.
With Dick Barnett and a Brooklyn guy by the name of Nerlin Tarrant played on that team. So a lot of things that were poured into me that I was able to bring back, because those guys saw that in me. Anytime I went to the Final Four, I hung out there, everybody wanted to know why I didn't hang out with Tino and Knight and all those guys. Those guys wasn't me. I hung out with the black guys. A lot of the guys, they didn't know who they was. I knew who they was, and they meant that to me. When Ben Joe got the job with the Knicks, now you guys don't know Ben Joe. Ben Joe beat Georgia Tech when he coached Southern University. He's the first guy to have an upset in the NCAA tournament. First thing he did was get my number and call me. Ben Joe, who's Avery Johnson, just because of all the work that we put in. So you guys are not just a part of me, you're a part of them, because they gave that to me. And to be remiss, I coach Hunter College. None of those 1 and 2s ever mentioned that I was their college coach. All they talked about was different things. When I left y'all at 6 o'clock, I went up to Harlem, Midtown, Manhattan, to coach at Hunter College. I was at the same time, I was the head coach at Alexander Hamilton. I was the head coach at Hunter College. I was a full-time teacher. I worked at St. John's Center full-time. I did all that. And also, I want you all to welcome my daughter, Chanel. Yeah. You guys don't know my other 6 daughters, but this is number 7. This is my best daughter. Please tell her. Anybody else got any youth games?
And I was trying out for youth games in Queens. The coach was the coach down there, and he took me away with him to youth games in Washington, D.C. He said, son, I need you to go to Manhattan to find somebody and get their birth certificate. Coach know my name. My name was Mark Greene when I played for Coach. You know, that was my cousin in Manhattan. I had his birth certificate, so I played with him in the youth games. We lost every game in Washington, D.C. Coach told me, he said, son, what school you go to? I said, I'm in Boys High right now. And he said, no, you ain't. You coming to Hamilton. But Paul Brown didn't want to let me go, so I had to call Coach and I had to get my uncle to go up there because there was no man in my house at the time for him to turn me loose. And I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, thank you for everything you did for me. Because I had a wonderful college career and everything, and I appreciate you. Yeah.
me, and I know some of the legendary Hamilton players, like, I recognize him, and I never met him before. And they look at me, Dad, how you know my name is Beetle? Because I came to the school, so I followed your guys. Wow. You understand? I had choices. I could have went to, at first I could have went to Cardinal Hayes, but Alvalot told me up, so I said I'll never play with him again. He was already there. I could have went to Franklin. You know, everybody know they had Kenny Hunt at Franklin, so I didn't go there. So I said, he said, what about Hamilton? Mr. Lloyd said, what about Hamilton? I said, yeah, in Brooklyn. They just came on CBS. Yeah, I'm going to go to Hamilton. Before you know it, Raymond came to the house in the blue caddy. Boom. Raymond like this, look, son, take the newspaper, read this for me. I can read. So I read it. He said, okay, good, we're going to just. And now we playing. I remember the time we played at City College too. Bugsy was killing us. We couldn't dribble the ball because we was too little. Coach was like, somebody get him out the game. So we got, I was going for the ball, clap. He was on the side, like, Coach like, you don't got to drag him out. We got to finish playing. And I love Ray, man, because even though I got locked up, I'm sorry, I love the coach. I love the coach. I love the coach, man, because I messed the team up because that year we still won Brooklyn. And I was like, yeah, man, coach must be a good coach because I thought I was the man of the team, even though I didn't start. I came on the bench, but I thought at the end of the game I was going to be in the game. So when I got out of jail, coach said, yo, what's up? I said, I got my GED. He said, Dad. He said, Mac, he said, you was at Michelin. And I know. I had all them boys out in Franklin, man. We had Franklin. I knew everybody. Walking every moment, I knew everybody from Riverside. But man, and then I see Coach about 3 months ago. I said, Coach. He looked and said, Fred. I said, yeah, that's what they called me, but my name is Freddie. So I said, I'm trying to get into school down here, man. They had to shoot and I couldn't get into school. Man, the coach pulled on. He was looking sharp. He came and he said, don't worry, I'll get you in school. He made like about 4 or 5 calls, half an hour, just to get me in the gym. So I love the coach for everything he's done for me, man. Oh, and one more thing. I remember I went to North Carolina. I ran into Michael Irvin. I'm looking at the sports center. This man is the College All-American, the 52 College All-American.
This guy's spot already blew us up, so you know I'm from Lincoln. I used to be proud to say I was from Lincoln until now I'm here. Yeah, you know, what's amazing is that I'm still a little bit in awe because me and Coach really got an opportunity to really connect when he was at Long Island University. And I used to ask him a lot of questions about General Greene, Scurry, Carey, Ice Reynolds, the whole nine. And it was just amazing listening to all his stories. But we talked about, I was listening to Facebook yesterday, and it had a gentleman that said that Ray Haskins is a mentor of mentors and a man of men. And as I sat here and I listened to everyone talking about all the big things he did for them, I said, well, let me tell them a couple of my stories too. So make a long story short, they're kind of funny, but at the same time, they're all true. He caught me one day when we were at LIU. I was wearing khakis, I had a white shirt, and I had got my first check. I was a grad assistant, and I bought this big screen TV. And I said, Coach, you gotta come to the dorm and see my TV. So he came to my dorm, he looked at the TV, he said, what else did you get? Because we only got paid once a month at LIU. He said, so let me get this straight. You saved up work all month to buy a television? He said, I'll show you the next check what you're supposed to do. So, make a long story short, got our next check, he said, you come with me. So we go down to this men's warehouse type store, whatever the case may be. He said, yo, you gotta stop wearing those khaki pants, the white t-shirt. The white shirt doesn't even look white anymore. He said, you need to start wearing suits because people will look at you differently. Make a long story short, I try on a suit. He said, no, you can't just, I said, I think I like this one, Coach. He said, no, try on about 8, 10, 12, 13 suits because at the end, we'll make a decision on which one or two you want to buy. I said, okay, cool. Make a long story short, I ended up with 15 suits in front of me. And the gentleman asked me, that was sizing me up, saying, which one are you going to take? said, I like the blue one and I like the gray one. He pulls out his credit card and says, no, he's gonna take all of it. I said, Coach, I don't got no money to pay you back. He said, yeah, but I know where you live ain't where you work. So now I got more suits than I could ever imagine I would ever wear on my own. So the story gets thicker. So I go from being a grad assistant to being an assistant athletic director at LIU. Now, they put me in this office, and the same prankster as he is comes down every day. The first day I get the job, he comes down, he goes in the office, he gets ready to pull down his pants. He goes, hey, what are you doing in here? He said, this was my favorite bathroom. He said, they pulled the shades over your eyes. This is not an office, this is a bathroom. So I get mad a couple of times. I tell him, yo, let's move on from that. So then LIU, who was in, I think, last place for like all the years I played for them, he comes and now he changes everything. He has everyone wearing shirts, ties, suits, the whole nine. Make a long story short, every time he gets up, oh, I didn't tell you the funny thing. When I started off from being a grad assistant, they promoted me to be the assistant to the associate director of athletics. Every time Coach got up in front of the media, whether it was ESPN, MSG, or whatever, he always introduced me as the assistant athletic director. Not the assistant to the assistant to the assistant to the assistant. So I can't say enough because I don't want to be long-winded, but all I want to say is that shortly after that I ended up being the director of athletics of my own college, and I wouldn't have been able to get any of this done if it wasn't for this man right here.
Cheerleader, that's right, that's right. Welcome to the chocolate factory.
We had like 6 girls in the hand. And the basketball team had all of them.
Why you think nobody ever?
1, 2, 3.
Y'all ready? Y'all ready?